Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go and participate week number 2 of weekly challenges on Gran Turismo 7. Since we've been participating in the first week as part of the Spec II update, we're having some brand new features and going in to have something new. For this part of today's content video, it's all about 5 events to go on weekly challenges to get some 3 rewards by participate in 5 events. We'll be finishing in 3rd place or higher. So I'll have to be here, and this time the race something new to go on the 2nd week to be on the month of November. Here we have 5 events as we're about to take on for some main completion condition to be finished in 3rd place or higher. Here we have event number 1 is the Sunday Cup Classic, will be take place at Autodrome Lago Maggiore in the center layout. Event number 2 is the Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600 at Lake Louise short track before moving on to take the middle on event number 3. American Clubman Cup 700 at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. By having event number 4 to go on penultimate is the Porsche Cup, will be at Nürburgring Nordschleife until the final event in number 5 to go on hard difficulty is the World Touring Car 800 at Fuji International Speedway. But I have a better idea. This one might have to take one of the few events to go on optional, depends on to my journey to be take part as a full walkthrough. But don't worry, just to be planned and go by brainstorming to have one of either event is going to have to be set and go for having a main participation that I never been to, so it'll have to be on development to go on updates as I just yet to go on live stream. But after all, putting up with some 3 content videos for my lost time from a few months ago since the 2023 series of the GTWS Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup. So all I can say is because the latest update is all about to have some 3 rewards by starting out to be on number 1 through number 3 and finishing to have 5 events to get some tickets, depends on GT credits, roulette tickets to be on the 6 stars with the parts, car, engine, or any kinds of common rarity to be on the choice. So I'll have to be set and get ready to enter to have 5 events as part of the weekly challenges. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start the race for today's weekly challenges. Let's begin. So this time it's about to go for having main part of the usual events as we've been finishing in 1st place by having a past resort. Hang on 1 second. Okay folks, this time it's about to go participation to have any events depends on the type of difficulty as we're about to go on the 1st stage. By having Sunday Cup Classic after finishing on the regular Sunday Cup as well, but hopefully center course layout to be on Lake Maggiore circuit to go in old fashion. Condition is now being finished to be at least on 3rd place or higher. Just like Car Collection Quest, but this will have to take some different part of the challenge to go for having a brand new level. So make sure you guys choose any kinds of vehicle, so I'll have to choose any kinds of classic vehicle depends on the 20th century. How about using the Alfa Romeo 8C 2900B Touring Berline Enta 1938 with a Total Drama Island reboot Scary Girl? Well, I hope you guys really think this livery is much more scarier to be expected. Just respect the livery because this one is just probably to have this brand new additional to go for the latest since last month in October. But speaking of which, new team variation is going to have to be yet carried out from October and moving on to be in November for having some major changes because of Halloween. But we still have a lot of fun out there folks. The holiday just yet to be enjoyable, and we can go moving on in November to have the celebration on Thanksgiving. So let's get down to business and do any kinds of events related to the weekly challenges is all we need to do to have some main step of requirement. But also, I just got something else to come up with a perfect idea to be optionally to have this part of the video to make a copy. But don't worry, this time, this content video belongs to me to have the trademark to myself to have a UDRS logo during this part of the video segment. So let's cut the chit chat and cut the theatrics. Let's go racing to have 2 laps. We'll be doing a piece of cake. If you really want to know about the Total Drama livery, as I'm choosing this Alfa Romeo, this will be doing much more surprising to have that classic vehicle to go a piece of cake. But it looks like we have El Bonelli is in the last position on number 8. Gonna have to keep coming in and overtake M. Kruger on 5th place. Steady up as it goes. Oh boy, looks like that could be quite going amp up with a good speed. Okay, looks like Basilio Gallo is here. 3rd place on the way. Well, didn't notice that I just actually used a Total Drama livery. Was definitely to be a bit more scarier as Dot would be. So on the inside to this interior view when driving with this Alfa Romeo is very classic and even yet to be served as a Pebble Beach Awards. Looks so vintage and very good in old school classic style. Now on to the final lap. This is where you can start out to choose any specific wheel car if you can to take 1st place to go expert. Now go on the right on turn 2. Keep the gear to go up higher. Alright, that's good. Stay up ahead and go slide on to the next S-curve in Sector 2. But really impressive to see some other Gran Turismo competitors to be joined in on the Sunday Cup Classic. But additionally, to this latest update, every opponent will go on random by peg to be serving as a roster. So going in to take the full final stretch. There you go. That's 1 checkpoint complete. 1st place on the podium. What says that a single Total Drama livery with Scary Girl in it to go in Classic? Well, I might be preferred to go for having a good smooth racing competition as a challenger myself. So total time is going by 2 minutes and fastest lap I took is 59.645 seconds. That's good, and 7,500 credits is all I need to have a small earnings to go for a new day. That's 1 6-star roulette ticket on the parts, completed, and replay to be needed. Okay, looks like thumbnail image captured. This one might have 1 TD livery to go saved by the replay. Okay, that's 1 down, 4 to go, and just to have 1 part of the video to be will participate to be yet temporarily to go on 1 further surprise to be later on to be in the full walkthrough. So let's have a good check to get over onto a different track. Next up, Japanese 4-wheel drive 600 at Lake Louise short track. This will be having a brand new additional event as part of Lake Louise to have some 3 separate layouts since we've been participate on pickup truck race and for the others who have been participate in World Rally Challenge for only 4 laps. Let's have a good look on the details and take place on a forward direction. The regulation is now being required to be using with snow compound tires, real car, and professionally tuned as well to have a Japanese and drivetrain on the 4-wheel drive. So let's see, gonna have to choose any real car vehicle by pick. Gonna have something else to have 1 best specified vehicle to go on Classic and Modern itself. Okay, there you go. Looks like it's all popped up and just yet to be appeared. So how about using the Toyota GR Yaris RC High Performance 2020 with my UDRS Inspirtech livery, because this one might have a perfect idea to have the short track will be prior to be doing a lap time challenge on the long track. But you know how it is, because it's been way too long to have every 2 weeks by development for my sub. It's gonna have to take some time to go on video content add-on. But way specifically because content video marathon is surely does correction to see how it turns out. Okay, let's do, we're having one part of the event in Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600. 4 laps on the short track in Lake Louise. It's a good cold temperature to be around in Canada. Talk about having a good wondrous environment to go on the snow condition. And here we have Pinnell for having a pre-race interaction. I'm Mark Pinnell from Canada. The key to cornering on snow-covered tracks is to start your entrance early. You should also try to brake and steer earlier than usual. The idea is to direct your nose towards the inside of the corner and then accelerate your way out. Noted and got it, Pinnell. I'll have to keep that in mind, and I'll have to do one step of the novice to go like a pro to become as a rallycross driver to be on the snow. So let's get the show on the road and do the rolling start to have weekly challenges to go set on progress. Okay, it's about to get much more rub around on the terrain. Here goes nothing. He's going in on position 9, followed by Valio Gallo on 8th place in the Land Evo 3. Keep that torque nice and easy. Gonna have to go clean racing on the snow. Okay, that's good. Hold it in. And going up on position 8. Okay, looks like Q Joel is on 7th place, followed by El Bonelli in 6th place. Okay, gonna stay on track and keep coming in. Looks like Land Evo 3 and Subaru Impreza Type R. Okay, that's a good straightaway push. Now on to second lap. Just only a minute, 10.135 seconds. Looks like Takamuna Minasono is here once again to have the good old yellow Impreza. Okay, keep that handling stable and watch the opponent. Okay, still got this and going closer on to the next turn. Not yet to be settled, just going to be patiently. Alright, gonna have to keep coming in and drop the hammer, pull right in on the right side of the straightaway. Okay, looks like Kate Dumont, and there's A. Brooks. Okay, there's Angel Inostroza in the Land Evo 6. Third lap coming in. Oof. There goes the contact. Not gonna do anything. Been dropped down. It's gonna be a little bit more rub around with some all-wheel drive vehicles. Getting boxed in. Gonna stay ahead on Mikhail Hisal. He's on first place. Going in and proceed. This track on the short layout for 4-wheel drive wheel going version is just yet to be doing a one-step beginner's work when driving on a snow track. But it was so thrilled, and I am really gonna have to keep a good excitement to be going on. So heads up, second place for Team UDRS on the way towards the final lap. Gonna have to keep a good slide turn on number 1. This position does give the example to have a good inside position. So coming on in, I got the first position in the lead. Alright, that's the ticket. Gonna have to stay defended on first place. That's how one part of the segment and weekly challenges just to be yet prior to have this major step of detour to go for having a major segment on the full walkthrough. So gonna have to take that final turn. Straight right up ahead and going closer on the finish line. Rally Racing in Winter Wonderland. First place and checkmark number 2 has now met the completion condition as possible to be doing well. Whew. I should rather have to do practice to be on the long track, but this one is colder to be excited to be capable to see the GR Yaris in action on the snow terrain. That's how it takes exactly in 4 minutes 30 seconds by a round with a decimal of 0.186. Very good job to have the fastest lap record by a minute 4.082 seconds on lap number 4. But good job, and yet to have the first position by 57,000 credits. Still in one piece, and I still got the clean race bonus. So I'll have to take that and progress on total in 9.6 miles. Now onto the replay to have a good footage to be seen on the action. Okay, that's too a bit blurry. Find successful and first ever to see my livery to have a good image capture thumbnail. Time to exit out quickly and possible to have one part of the template to have this topic to be saved later on. And there you go. Just to have a matter of time to have my own part of the content video just yet to be well made as a template. So let's go check again on weekly challenges, going well on easy difficulty, and then moving on in the middle to go on intermediate. Next up, American Clubman Cup 700 at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. It takes 5 laps, depends on which using American vehicle to be on country by the regulation. So I'll have to think about it myself, and this time any kinds of specific liveries or any kinds of original color-based model is now being suitable, depends on which kinds of American cars that you'd like to go with. Maybe I'll have to get down and do my pick, and this might have a good choice of the idea. I got it. So why not? Just gonna have to go with Total Drama Livery on the dirt event for the weekly challenges, as I'm about to go for the Chevy Corvette CR1 4th generation 1989 with a Total Drama World Tour Team Victory variation. This will be doing more additionally to have an extra on adjustment to be using on different types of compound tires. So I'll have to be preferred to be using on the Sport Soft compound tires. Check and raring to go. But this time, it's about to go solid gold for having first position to have another debut with a Total Drama livery to go for having a weekly challenges to see how it turns out to have one step of the spotlight. I'm so pumped up and I just really need to take a good deep calm breath. Alright. Now, let's do this, folks. Minor details before putting up with racing compound tires to be using on the 4th gen Corvette. So let's get it on and do a different matter of perspective to go in and finish in 3rd place or higher on the medium difficulty on weekly challenge number 3. As ever different before to see some usual opponents, including new ones to be using on current vehicles throughout each part of the previous update. So that will be doing good, and putting up to have a whole new challenges to have any depends on American vehicles to go on road-going versions. So despite for having one Total Drama livery to go focusing on 1st place back from 2010 in the show Total Drama World Tour Season 3. Team Victory always has a focusing lead of objective to go on 1st place. That's how the current lead teams has just yet to be focusing to have one part of the challenges to go overcome by many obstacles until it's being part of it to be disbanded, as Team Amazon and Team Chris is really hot before moving on to have the last 2 teams. So down after the corkscrew and go on Sector 3. But by the way, folks, use any kinds of tire compound before you might need to do this challenge to be in the American Clubman Cup 700. That's how I just recently to be on the minor check lookout to have a mandatory to be on session for the 1st attempt. But this one is going for having a new attempt to go focusing and drive faster to have a good improved set by using either on sports or racing compound tires with parts installed. Okay, looks like am Sargent in the Camaro on 9th place. Gonna have to get closer and do the break at turn 3. Coming in and followed by is Adam Wilk on 8th place and A Tapai in the Ford Mustang GT. Keep a good smooth edge. Watch the pace. Now let's go and kick it up onto the mid gear and get closer onto the 2 Mustangs. Oh, there's the contact. I see it right now. Just keep a good careful, Wilk. Now on to the corkscrew, up I go. 1 car lineup only. Oof, okay, looks like so close. Gonna have to watch the paint. It's made out of chrome. Okay, a Felix on 6th place. 2 drivers on the 2nd gen Corvette and a Ford Focus ST 2018. E. Duran and R. Gaines. Halfway there on number 3 lap. Heads up. Coming through on the Andretti hairpin. Alright, that's good. Solid fine work and stay around on the conditions. In about 9 seconds to climb up onto Eco Fraga's position, so I'll have to be on my way and finish 3rd place to have a highlight condition to go green checkmark by a complete. So gonna have to keep pushing. Just 2 more laps to go, and this event is now being complete to have 1 simple checkmark ejected. Okay, here comes the corkscrew again. Okay, very well. Just keep diving in and break the gap. 2.4 seconds. Stopping at turn 11. Steer to the left. Go by the slipstream. Fourth lap on the way. Okay, how's it feels to have one 4th generation Corvette to go skillful and underestimated to see how the racing tires is yet to be well used. But it'll have to take lack of skill of discipline to see how you can handle this when using the 4th gen Corvette along with the Camaro and the Dodge Viper GTS. So I just overtake Fraga now for a Cachao. Going in on the twilight earlier on the sunset. Okay, that's good. Now, catch up on to Daniel Suarez in first place in about 11 seconds remaining. Okay, very good. Now, going back on sector number 3. Okay, almost there in about 9.2 seconds as Daniel Suarez reaches the final lap. So far, so good. Doing the ejecteds and keep a good usual part on the same event all over again. That's how the new players should probably might need to learn to do all this part of the weekly challenges to have 5 events on type of difficulty that you're really gonna have to go like a pro. So it's come down to this, to be finishing on intermediate level. It's about to get much more closer to be moving on in the Nürburgring Nordschleife for the Porsche Cup. Okay, just to be passed by on the red Dodge Viper. That has to be Daniel Suarez. Okay, he's already in on the Royal Straight. Gonna catch up. 1 Corvette, 1 step ejected, and go for having a 1 achieve a podium. Final sector, here I come. Now let's drop the hammer and get closer to him. This is gonna get closer. Looks like D Solis is just gonna have to take the final turn. Coming in and pull that throttle in, but he's still got a lot of horsepower to catch us up. Okay. That's very good. Second place is complete. Third check mark has now been well done. Good race. Good race and so very close. Not just yet to be having 0.3 seconds up ahead and clearly for having 8 minutes on the total time. Just like special event on the Porsche 911 GT3 RS Type 992. And that will be having the 4th generation Corvette with a Total Drama World Tour team victory. I'll have to take the clean race bonus and minor changes. Just yet to have 1 4-star roulette ticket after putting up with some minor changes to have this part of the clip. And there you go. 200,000 Gran Turismo credits as a ticket. Okay, so very good. Now, thumbnail image to be captured to have this one part of the log entry. Save a replay and go for event number 4. I wonder how it turns out to have the progress to be doing with some main events by difficulty to go on easy, medium, and hard all together, but only 5 of them to be on the total. That's how any kinds of specific events will receive a reward when you're and receive a reward whenever you might need to do 5 check marks to be and receive a reward for finishing in every 5 events to be needed to have a check mark by complete. So choose any Porsche vehicle to go to the Nürburgring Nordschnee-Eibay in Porsche Cup. This time it's about to go but a Type 992 to go by having a minimum requirement on 650 or less amount of performance points. This will be doing one advanced performance point event, depends on electric or gas powered vehicle or even the hybrid car itself. So maybe I'll have to go with a Type 992 911 GT3 RS 2022 with a UDRS Inspirtech livery. Just one last thing. Update by the performance depends on any kinds of organized settings that you might need to build up with some good sheet. So I'll have to add up on number 3. Medium compound tires to be set and check. Tuning up. Update again. Okay, just one more. Tweaking up some good adjustment. Okay, that's good. And the high compression piston is already installed. Now let's go in and have another round in the Porsche Cup to be set and available for only 1 lap. Only one map. Only one. Just give me a moment. I need to check something. I'll make this part to be fixed and trimmed onto the next phase. My part is messing up and sloppy, that makes me giving a hard time. Okay, that's good. And even the high compression piston is already installed. Now there you go. It's at 649.90 performance point, so let's enter it. Available tires on the hard and medium compound can be switched. This will be doing one part of the race to go for having a drag reduction system around in the Nordschnee-Eibay. Just like the tourist layout, and this time many Porsche vehicles will only 1 lap and have 1 clean race to have a penultimate in the 4th event on the weekly challenges. This will be doing a debut for having a Type 992 for the 2nd time after I just been recently to be changed up to have a UDRS Inspirtech livery to go for the 2nd time ever. Just like a special event to go at Laguna Seca after this, and that will have to take Nordschnee-Eibay around in the Nürburgring. So everyone is here, and even Porsche vehicles plus Angel Interstrosza. Okay, all checked. Now let's get it on and do the rolling start. Okay, this time it's about to go on daytime to keep a good lookout. DRS is now fully checked and start out on number 16. Up I go and master the green hell. Okay, there's the Cayman GT4 2016 coming in, and looks like we have some good different players with some different kinds of tuner work on the Porsche. There's the Type 930 911 Turbo being overtake and moving on in 14th place. Okay, going in, we're having a one straightaway approach. Okay, gonna have to keep a good smooth maintain. Climbing up and follow the brake on the next turn. Okay, that's good. Keep that engine up and running. Let the classic Porsche to go slower in and the faster ones in the 21st century to go faster as possible. Heads up, rain coming in. Better make sure to keep a good careful onto the half part of the track. Here it comes. Clear skies are being covered by clouds. It's about to go on rain. Ooh. Looks like it's about to get much more slower out there by the percentage in the wet surface. Still gonna have to practice well and do this on the master license exam. Okay, DRS is good to go. Full speed ahead. So I had to finish this lap. Just only me, the track, and the Type 992 Porsche 911. Okay, good pave on the turn. Just have that next corner to go on the right. Okay, surface is going to be a bit more heavier. And there's the Carrera GTS. Coming up on 6th place is Jay Serrano from Spain. Okay, concentration. Not to make one scratch on the classic racing car Porsche. Beat the rain and drive steady faster. Oof, okay, that was a close call. I should rather have to stay maintained carefully. There's Jay Wong. Gonna have to catch up nearby to him and make one good clear opening. He's on a Cayman GT4 2016 without any custom parts, just to have a normal road car. And T. Sugawara on 4th place. Ooh. Okay. Too close, almost losing up on my edge. Gonna have to keep a good DRS to stay in active to be on hold. Heads up, Angel Inostroza is on the Porsche 959-89. Just gonna get closer to him and stay up ahead of him to get closer to be on the overtake. Followed by T. Bayless, 911 Carrera RS. Watch the lineup, one car at a time, take a number, and do the carousel. Okay, gonna have to stay closer. That took one car to be overtake my position. that could be very more challenging to go heavier on the wet surface. Gosh, the wet surface just keeps heavier than heavier as it goes. Now, let's see how am I supposed to turn this race around and get over onto the third position. Nope, 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 nope. Ah, come on. Okay, just calm down. Just try to have that mantle on the pace. Okay, just gonna have to stay careful. It's only just a race. The rain condition is just yet to be pretty heavier. Okay, coming in, next sector, get back onto the fort. Okay, gonna have to go quicker as braking. The Porsche Cup on the Nürburgring is putting up with a more intense situation to get much more heavier by facing the rain. Okay, gonna have to stay closer to be holding on the traction. Okay, got the opening. Second place, nearly there. Just hold it steady and feel the flow of racing. Ah, crud. Still in one piece. Looks like Blasson has still got some skills to be facing the rain. Gonna have to stick it to him. And we're about to go on the long straight. This will be the hard part come in. Okay, here I go. DRS is fully active. Okay, coming up ahead and going clear straight to have the opening. First place on the roll. But not yet over, because this will have to take the final sector, is going to be a hard one to pick. So expect exercise caution. Okay, very close. Just slow down on gear number 2. That was so hard, folks. Fort checkmark is confirmed. I cannot believe it. This is going to be a very more difficult challenge for the Type 992 2022 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. But barely, I just survived the race without any further losing control of the grip. Well, at least what's left of it, because the matter of time, the possibility to have Porsche 911 cars, including the Cayman and Carrera GTS Type 904. Okay, so far so good. Just exactly to be at least over 9 minutes for having a fastest lap I took. But in the meantime, if other opponents might be preferred to go for the Type 992 for having a brand new Porsche Cup to be additional on this latest update. Just to have 52,500 credits without clean race bonus because of the rain condition is just yet to be going on the hard difficulty. So there you go. Now, fourth part on the replay. Okay, that's 2 times thumbnail needs requirement. Too blurry. Now let me do the replay loop to see it. Okay, so I'll have to skip the replay to have a fine thumbnail image from here until now. So that should be good enough. So the port event is checked now, almost there to be saved, and prior to have this part of the full walkthrough is all I need to have one template is going to have to take one step closer to have the next further part of the future walkthrough for my own part of the objective of the lineup. So it'll have to take Part 85 is going to have to take a major one step closer if I just actually to take 7 races in the World Touring Car 700. But this time, World Touring Car 800 at Fuji International Speedway is going to have a 1 top level to have 10 laps by a minimum requirement to be on 800 performance points. This race series for 800 pp class vehicles brings together the world's fastest GT cars from over the years. Requirements to have 5 compound tires to be using on either to be using on 3 types on the dry and intermediate with wet to be facing on the wet surface. So I'll have to be preferred to choose any kinds of racing categories like Group 1, Group 2, or Group 3. But how about I should rather be preferred to go for having a Group 1 category to see how it turns out. But it does come in handy, but either depends to choose for any Super GT race cars from the 2008 and 2016 season along with the Audi RS5 Turbo DTM 2019 as part for having a brand new additional to the Group 2 category. And even perhaps 2 classic GT1 race car as well is actually to be served as additional. So maybe if I have to think about to do one pick and choose any recommend road race car vehicle to be on the main high under 800 pp requirements. So how about the 2008 Nissan GT-R GT500 with the UDRS InSprotect livery. That should be good and capable by carry out by 527 horsepower and weight 2,425 pounds in the aspiration of naturally aspirated. Or maybe how about the Honda NSX Concept 2016. That should be quite very good and useful to be well served and capable. I don't know what am I supposed to do with this, but anyway, I'll have to go and choose the Audi RS5 Turbo DTM 2019. But it does help, and even of course to have the drag reduction system to be on full use. So I'll have to purchase the hard, intermediate, and wet compound tires. Just adding up with some minor settings. Okay, reduce the tuning. So that should be doing well, and give more tweaking to check. 98% on power restrictor, so this should be all set and good to go. Alright folks, by having any Group 2 cars to go by available tires, hard racing compound tires only, because all you might need to do is be preferred to go with the intermediate or heavy wet tire that can't be switched. So let's get the show on the road and have this part of the weekly challenges will be set and being prior to have this part of the clip. Only on part 85, just to be earlier and see how the origin to have my part of the focusing segment is set up and go facing to have a mixed condition to go on the dry and wet. Alright, gonna sit back and wait. 10 laps on Fuji Speedway is doing more perfectly to go challenging by facing Group 3 cars. So let's have a good check on the weather radar. Forecast of today is going to be slightly to have a few more chance of rain, but no sign of any condition, so this will have to take hard times on the grid and patiently to have many Group 3 cars to go around for only one DTM race car. Just yet to be reminder course, it's about to get slower, challenging, and yet patiently is the key of maintain the moderation. So I'll have to be preferred to be on the minor update to see how it works. Depends on either to go on heavy wet or intermediate to go by choice. But let's just try intermediate to see how it goes. Calculate the performance and go for the update. That should be good for now. So here I go. This will have to take one simple race to go overtake as much as you can to have one Group 2 car to be on the main highlight recommend pick. But better brace yourself. The first turn coming in at the TGR corner. See what I mean? The track itself is going to be heavy wet. Just stay on the intermediate compound whenever we have to be patient when the rain stops. Okay, coming through. Looks like Angel Inestrosa is on the 19th position. Gonna have to get myself to be on hold. Go by turn 6 after the 400R. Here comes the DRS. Full drag and coming closer. Okay, looks like they're about to go for chicane on turn 10, followed by turn 11 and 12. Okay, it's about time to step it in. Just to have one part of the segment is all I need to do this focusing during on week number 2 of the challenges. But don't worry, I just got something else to do with some strategy when using any Group 2 car, like the RS5 Turbo DTM is doing a good strategy to be on the main DRS run reduction for the Group 2 car. Okay, here comes the full stretch. Now the other 3 are about to go enter the pit. Gonna keep an eye out and moving on in lap number 2. Gonna zoom out on the weather radar before I proceed on the second lap. Okay, there's Kei Kawakami on the Lexus RCF GT3 2017. Switching on to the interior. Okay, full speed up ahead. Stay on 16th place to be focused on Sector 2. Okay, watch the side of line. Okay, keep it going and wait for the opening. Okay, looks like I'll have to save later on. Nope, not gonna lose a grip. Okay, gonna change up the traction to 1. So it'll have to give better respawn. Okay, all in. Now on to the 3rd sector by hill climb. Okay, now going on the nets. Soon until I have to get back on the Panasonic corner on number 16, and then I'll have to go again for having a full drag reduction speed. There goes the next batch of Group 3 cars are about to enter the pits. Now's the time, and go again. Very good clear run, but it takes a few more cars to go to be climbing up on position 11 by entered lap number 3. Circumstances by other 1 Group 2 car versus 19 Group 3 cars, like having a mixed element of Super GT 500 versus Super GT 300 at Fuji Speedway. But the fastest lap I took is going in by 2 minutes, 1.460 seconds. So I have to keep a good watchful eye out to have that wet surface is going to get by the percentage. Okay, looks like too much oversteer around on turn 6. Hold the line. Hold the grip. Okay, that's good. Looks like there's our Kokubun on the Mazda RX-Vision GT3 concept. This one is going to be having a crystal red color on him. That's good. The rest just passed by. Come on, just going to keep a good steady up on the hill climb. Back on the Panasonic. And there you go. Looks like next more Group 3 cars are about to enter the pits after lap number 3. Going full speed active and passes on. Okay, C. Lopez and Igor Fraga is at the pits by having wet compound racing tires. Moving up on position 8. Okay, going forward in about 11 seconds to go. Okay, go for the 100R. Turn 4 and 5. Looks like there's Lucas Ordonez on the 2013 Nissan GT-R Nismo GT3, followed by Andrew Ballar in the BMW M6 GT3 Endurance model. Okay, going through on the chicane. Slow and steady. I know I might be preferred to be sticking on the Logitech G29 steering wheel, but the DualShock 4 can help me out to have a good line and stay on the track. But a few minutes until now, looks like the rain might be partially stopped at the moment. Okay, keep a good pace, stay steady. Now let's check again on the forecast. Just yet to be seen, and we're about to coming in on the blue level. Halfway there, folks. I'm on the 7th place and going in. Okay, there's the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept on 5th place, driven by Yamanaka. He's doing well, but also for having Toyota and BMW to go all out in battle, as I'm about to step in and keep up the good steady work on the maintained line to beat the grip. Wet surface and handling of character driving style just yet to be steady up and be patiently when the DRS is now going on straightaways. Almost there. Gonna have to catch up to the two of them. They're about to go neck on neck, toe to toe. BMW and Toyota, but a battle in 5th place. Oof, looks like can't see a thing. They're about to go right into it and take the 13. Come on, just gonna have to keep a good pace to stay ongoing. Gonna get closer to Yamanaka. DRS is at the ready. Four more laps to go. Total time in 10 minutes. Okay, looks like the rain is about to be stopped soon. Weather forecast is going to be lighter until when it stops. The wet surface will have to take some minutes to be on the quick dry. Apparently, you'll have to go slow around to keep a good steady on the tarmac to go around. Only 3 more to go. Looks like one Mercedes-AMG, Aston Martin, and Subaru. B. Beru Boris and Mendoza and Mikhail Hisov. It's about time to get closer, and the rain just stopped. Alright, let's turn this race around and have the RS5 Turbo DTM to bring home the podium. Okay, going on the nets and turn 14 and 15. Final turn on number 16, passed by the hotel building. Okay, here I go. Full speed on the DRS. Got eyes on Mikhail Hisov. Take the right side, and I'm going in. First place on the roll. Okay, that's good. Just 3 more to go, and then the final lap just gonna have to be on a reminder to be on further notice. But I really hope this is gonna have to take some time to go on a heads-up notice. Heavy wet tires, that I'm sure of it, is gonna have to go harder, challenging, and be more quicker to be yet specifically. So the skies are clear and have some quick moments to be on the surface to be on dry time. Okay, let's go and have that fuel percentage to be on the lookout. Looks like I'm at 25% left. Just watch the pace and watch Mikhail's Subaru WRX Group 3 from 2nd place. By doing the same part on Tokyo Expressway east clockwise from the WTC 600, but now in World Touring Car 800 at Fuji Speedway to have a heavy time on the rain first for only 6 laps, and then the forecast to go back onto the clear sky in lap number 7 to be priority. Looks like that should be doing much more fine, quicker times to be on the faster rush out there to have one Group 2 car to be on the main recommend highlight pick. Either depends on every other Gran Turismo players to be well chosen, depends on Group 2 cars to be main specifically to go faster or having a good capable use. Being quick, decent, and challenging with Group 3 cars for only 19 of them in one race. Now on to the 8th lap. Gonna have to keep a good lookout. Have that line upside to go in. Ah crud, looks like fuel is at 14%. So I'll have to get back onto the third person view. But I still got enough gap distance left, so I'll have to cost 25 seconds per amount. Okay, looks like keep the good grip on intermediate. Not yet far. Just try not to use hard compound tires when on race wet surfaces is coming around. Okay, there goes the 16th turn. Here it comes. Time to go pit stop. Gonna have to do the mandatory session to be all in. So either before at the end of lap number 8 or lap number 9. Make sure just use the pit stop to have intermediate to go for having a reminder recommendation. So watch the gap and keep a good watchful eye on the opponents before coming out from turn 16. So looks like my crew is about to get ready. Tire switch. Quick refuel. Okay, looks like it's all good to go. No sign of opponents coming out to pass me. Just check, and good to be right back at the first turn at TGR corner. So looks like Simon Bishop is climbing up onto second place along with Lucas Ordonez on third place. That should be doing well and right on track, because more driver opponents, more challenges will be made to do it. Okay, looks like Ed Portilla just took my lap time. 1 minute, 46.253 seconds. Okay, maybe I should probably have to stay focused on the track right now. Gonna have to beat his lap time. One UDRS livery, just gonna have to be patient until it'll have to be set and wait until the grip will be going on full warn effect. But it's going to be a tough risk, so the final lap, just try to be more riskful to be on the hard thinking. Okay, let's hit the DRS and go full straight. So watch the tires on intermediate compound tires. This will have to take a fast, quick worn-off effect whenever you might need to stop at least 50% before entered on lap number 10. Final lap, here I come and bring home the podium. But alternately, this will have to be served for only one part of the method to see how it works perfectly to have a conclusion, to have some differences between on either in Group 3 or Group 2 cars to be on different perspectives. But this one is actually to be quite very much more fine original. Well, actually I just never mind that. Don't want to have to think about putting up with breaking my fourth wall. Okay, gonna have to keep going on to the final sector. Slow and steady. Now keep a good hill climb on the line. Always have to focus on the dry spot, but don't get contact in the wet spot. So far so good, and having 19 seconds behind from other Group 3 opponents. And the final stretch is just yet to be going forward to have one podium finish. So this has got to do it perfectly, and there you go. 5 check marks and complete. And perfect time moment to have a good full walkthrough to be on part 85. Just to have one part to be on the main focusing priority and the weekly challenges as well. But differences just meant to be doing some matter of possibility to see how racing cars can actually to go over advantage with Group 3 cars. Good race folks, and total time by under 20 minutes that I just took in 19 minutes 44.641 seconds. Awesome and well done. But hey, looks like 210,000 credits is now going fine in gold. Adding up with clean race by 50% and almost there to be at 20 million to get back on track. But look at this you guys. A different 6-star roulette ticket on the car category. That's very magnificent, and that will be doing one fine chance of rarity luck depends on either between racing cars, high performance cars, or any high expensive vehicles. But after all, this one is now being part as a weekly challenges to be introduced as Spec II update. Now on to the replay and have that thumbnail image to be on picture perfect for a capture moment. But there it is right there. There we go. Just one replay and save it as well. So, between either that before and after the World Touring Car 700, along with some other events as possible to be focusing to go moving on from part 69 and go onwards to be at part 85. But the live stream preparation to go on progress, so you guys will understand that, because the complete edition for my part of my YouTube channel is all I need is just going to be creative, develop, and make something else to go on your own personal way to be as a YouTuber. But that will be a very good first start to have race number 1 on the World Touring Car 800 at Fuji International Speedway. So let's get ready to exit out and have a best time to go on car collection as an extra. Alright folks, just to let you know, this one is actually to be well best served, and this one is now being checked and complete. Whew. I cannot believe it, I just almost forgot one other thing to have one step reminder to be on a full walkthrough. But not to mention at least, it was a very good race, and final event on weekly challenges in number 5 is being checked and well done. But very good job folks. Very good job to have 5 events is now being acquired to be complete by having some main condition in 3rd place or higher. All 5 events complete to have 2 6-star tickets to be on the parts and vehicle, along with 200,000 Gran Turismo credits when you're finishing on 3 events. It's about time and go by 1 day remaining, as I'm about to be going back to the GT garage and have a good heads up notification to be going over to have some prize reward. Let's have a good check and try it out to have a 6-star ticket to be on the car category. Alright, let's have a good look and see which Lady Luck should I have to go with. So here I come, and come on, give me something. No way! I am so very hyped up to see this Vision Gran Turismo car, the Subaru BSIP GT Vision Gran Turismo. I'll have to take that and add it to the car index for a collection. Surprisingly and very much more impressive to have a good high fortune luck depends on any other car type. But that will be going much fine good chosen pick to see this Subaru BSIP Vision GT once again. 1,000 collector points adding up and stored in on the garage. Just to add up with some more GT credits, so very good for now. And for having 6-star roulette ticket on the parts, let's see. Just give me some good common parts to be compatible on different cars. Okay, which compatible vehicle should I have to be using on the high lip camshaft S? 2015 Aston Martin B8 Vantage S. I'll have to save this later on and fully well equipped. Now on to the car collection to be checked and have the BSIP Vision GT. Subaru's most aggressive sports car ever is potent yet civilized. Capable to have a racing car, Vision GT, and hybrid car in the all-wheel drive. Much more fine fantastic, and yet to have the original gray color, but this one is WR Blue Micra. What a very good, excited, most challenging difficulty for week number 2 on Gran Turismo 7 for weekly challenges. I bet you guys did well, but mostly, I almost forgot one other thing to have this one heads up notice before going back to be on the full walkthrough. But in the meantime, just to be planned to have one part of the spare template is just yet to be prior to have some previous full walkthrough videos. So I'll have to leave it to myself and try to come up any kinds of different topics and segments to do any further events later on. But yet of course, I'll have to keep working on and focusing to be on the lookout for week number 3 in the weekly challenges to be coming up on Wednesday for this week. Gonna wrap this up before at the end of the video. Time goes by and just time goes fast to have few months after putting up with some major developments on lap time challenges in sport mode. But more farming work, going focused on gold, and yet just gonna take a break from the GTWS Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup on the 2023/24 exhibition series. But speaking of which, it's about to have a perfect time to go on early Christmas shopping before next month in December. But I don't know what to do. If I ever think about it, I might gonna have to go on brainstorming to see what else should I really want for Christmas. Well, you guys may have something else to come up with something for having a brainstorming, but well, I know. Just yet to be reminded. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. Glad that you really enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeepNet Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more to see for my image artwork like UDRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.